Welcome to the podcast. So, hey, we have Jayesh over here. This is Raghuram, as usual. And Wait a minute. What's happening? Why do you have a new setup? Why do you have a new mic? What's happening? Yeah. It's the same podcast, just an upgraded setup. And it's all thanks to the fact that our podcast has found a new sponsor, presenting you MNV Digital. MNV Digital Marketing is a 360-degree marketing agency based out of Hyderabad. Be it your traditional digital marketing services or professional video shoots for your products or your restaurant or a real estate 3D drone view, real estate lead generation, they've got it all. Be sure to check them out with the link in bio or in the description. And let's hop on to the podcast. So hey, we have Jayesh over here. This is Raghuram as usual. And in this podcast, the goal that I've set for myself is to convince this guy why EVs are better than traditional ICE engine cars. So tell me, Jayesh. I never agree with you. Why? See, EVs are much better. I'll tell you why. My version of why EVs are.
Go to it at the starting itself.
Okay, let's put a break on it. And yeah, we were thinking to start this podcast. I think it was 2 months ago that I first time I told you that let's start a podcast, and since then I've already done 2 episodes, and you were supposed to be in the third episode. That was 2 weeks ago. And
Isn't this the third episode?
this is the third episode, but we were supposed to shoot it way back. This was supposed to be released way back. But tell me, why were you shy?
I've always been an introvert right from the start. I like keeping it to myself, and that is why I have been so discreet and low key always. So maybe that's the reason why.
I think maybe this podcast will be an outing for you to get that introverted now and get into an ambivert or maybe an extroverted phase and leave.
Maybe, yeah. Let's see.
Let's hope so. But I think it's just like 5 minutes into it. We'll see how you do it by the end of the podcast.
Sure.
So yeah. So don't tell me. Do you want me to convince you why EVs are better?
Go to it.
So it's simple thing, right? I think we are progressing. Humans are evolving, and our machinery is evolving. And hybrid cars have been with us for a very long time. For the past 5 to 10 years, we have seen many cars coming up with hybrid, with Toyota bringing, I think, the first pioneer in bringing the hybrid technology. And I think many cars are adopting that. And slowly, sooner or later, we're going to have more number of, I think, close to more than 50% of the cars are going to be electric. Primary reason being the lack of natural resources that could be used as a fuel.
Or the emission norms in India.
Yeah, exactly. The worldwide, even in India and the worldwide, the emission norms are going to change. People are going to push more towards EV regularization. And I think manufacturers will have to abide by the rules because even amongst mass popularity, people are adopting it. People are looking to go for it, at least as a second car. They might have a first ICE car and the second car they might go for an EV. So I think that is a major thing that's going to push the EV revolution in this country. And so you already have a car, you already have an ICE car. Would you maybe at least, I don't think the second car, but when would you buy an EV?
Fuck EV. I'm never going to buy EV. Maybe afterwards when I'll be forced to buy one, maybe then. But I'll still have my ICE car and I'll drive it illegally without anyone knowing. But
so when would you think why not? What is your view on why not EVs? Why not? Why does the car community hate EVs so much?
It's like driving a scooter, a moped bike. You don't have any noise. You just don't get the feel of driving a gasoline powered car.
Well, that's a that's one way of looking at it, but
Also, the resources, if you see the electric charging situation in India, just like we had
very
motivation tonight.
yeah. I agree. You need to have you need to at least plan your entire day out based on the charging available in your vehicle. I understand. But yeah, I agree to the fact that EVs, although they say it is very minimal in terms of production of those batteries, it is very less. If you look at the actual context of it, it takes more to produce a lithium-ion battery than to produce an actual car. So the emissions that you give out to the world when you're excavating that lithium batteries in the South African mines, etc. I've heard it is much more dangerous than what it is, but maybe with globalization, with regularization, it might come down.
Also, I think the cost to produce a battery is more than
It is.
manufacturing a car or a bike, I think.
It is. So I was in the Audi service center a few days ago, and I saw an Audi e-tron sedan over there, which was basically total. It was a company car, and I asked them what happened with the car. They said that the driver, he was driving fast, and there was a speed breaker, and the speed breaker bumped into the battery underneath the floorboard of the car.
Okay.
So he said, why don't you reply? I asked, why don't you replace it? He said, the replacement cost of that particular battery was 80 lakh rupees.
Almost more than.
Yeah, it's more than half of what the car value is.
Exactly.
So yeah, again, since it's very scarce right now, the cost of battery and cost of producing a battery is higher. But with more manufacturing companies getting into it, I think that is going to be normalized.
Also, another disadvantage is the lifespan of the battery is like, for example, 10 years, and then again you'll have to replace the battery, which will cost again. There's no repair or anything with that.
Exactly.
So
The efficiency reduces as time goes. It does.
maybe now how EV is being introduced into India and people are buying with it. Maybe after the first cycle, battery cycle, half of the population might
Regret
regret their decision.
yeah, whatever amount that they've saved with petrol might have. Yeah, it's same because I have an Ola S1 Pro, cost me 1.4 lakh as a scooter, and I've saved a lot every monthly with my travel. But again, if I have to change the particular battery that I have, I heard it costs around 40,000, 45,000 for the single battery change, but nobody has faced that problem yet. I think same goes with four-wheelers as well. Nobody was forced to change a battery because of it has reduced the cycle. But I've heard stories of
You had incidents where batteries have been
exactly,
exploded and all.
yeah.
Caught fire.
Even be it two-wheeler or four-wheeler, they have exploded. And I think it's the battery management system that's at fault. It's the company that's not coding the correct kind of information into it. That could be fun. And yeah, some level of we are not used to how to drive. We drive a EV like how we drive a petrol engine, which is not the case. You can't drive a single thing. You can't apply one single formula into another one. The same goes with an IC car as well. You can't drive a BMW like you drive a let's say, yeah. So yeah, there needs to be a certain level of education that we as consumers to take as well. But yeah, I agree that.
So what is the cycle? 5 years or 10 years for the battery replacement?
Well, I'm not sure about the four-wheeler part.
What about your bike?
I think mine has a warranty until 3 years or 60,000 kilometers. And they said that it will last you for more than 5 years. 5 to 6 years is the minimum thing. And with the way it has been going right now, I think it is going to be more than 5 years from when I start to see it. Okay, I will start to see deficiency in the battery and efficiency dropping maybe for 2 years.
Of the heat and all.
Yeah, after 2 years, but maybe after 5 years, I would say the battery might need replacement. but we never know.
So I'm guessing with the cars it is 10 years and
Yeah, it should be. It should be. I mean, putting 15, 20 lakh premium over a normal ICE car, so needs to be more than 10 years at least.
so we can call this as a disadvantage, and the other disadvantage is the range. We can be stranded sometimes.
Yes, you can be stranded, but yeah, range is gonna improve definitely with the way the technology is moving. The newer cars, the EQS of Mercedes and some Kia's EV6 as well. I think their range is more than 300, which is, I would say, enough for you to travel across borders, cross states. But again, we need a good charging infrastructure in that near destination that needs to support your car as well, which is another major task in terms of investment for a company to put.
So gravity and tier 3, tier 4 city, you won't be having that.
Yeah. I've heard this. I know somebody who has a Nexon EV. He told me that if he needs to go from Hyderabad, if he needs to go towards the east, towards Visakhapatnam, he can find many charging stations in between. Like we have Vijayawada, we have Guntur, or we have Rajahmundry, and some other tier 2 cities where he can find charging stations. But surprisingly, if he goes towards the west side, let's take Goa, which has equal number of kilometers, there is very limited number of charging stations because there are no major cities that he's crossing by. So this tier 2, tier 3 level area where there is stream charging needs to develop a lot, definitely, for which the government needs to put out a lot of regularization. They need to give incentives to the manufacturers to put up such stuff as well. And I think, with time, with the way India is progressing, I think it's going.
What do you think of the EV6, EV6?
Oh, I think it should be given as the best best looking EV car out there. Like when you imagine an EV car in your mind without any given prompts, you would imagine it to be very sharp, very futuristic. It's something out of a very sci-fi Steven Spielberg movie, something like that, and it delivers that. The way it looks from behind, from front, or the way the interiors look, I think it defines as good. And but the price range is a bit too steep, I would say.
I'll give you a point for the design. If it had a IC engine, I would really consider it.
Yeah.
But as it is an EV, and the price range, it's almost 55 to 60 lakhs.
50 lakh as an entry.
You can get an entry in that price range.
True, definitely, I agree with that. The price is definitely steep. Again, coming to the fact that the manufacturing cost is higher because the Tata Nexon or Tata Tiago, the IC versions are probably 5 to 6 lakhs, much lesser than the EV version.
Yeah.
So again, with time, I think that's going to improve. I think our road transport minister also assured that with the time he's going to reduce the way. He wants to help make the EVs cheaper in the future. I've heard he said that somewhere. I think with government's help, I think they can.
I think it will take 15 years for complete EV to take over.
Easily.
Until then, I think in the next 5 to 10 years it will be hybrid.
Yes.
And diesel ban will come into force.
Yeah, coming to diesel ban, in the past 3 to 4 years, if you looked at all the car launches, you see everybody's boasting about their petrol TSI engines with Volkswagen as well. Everybody's going with this petrol engines. Why do you think? Why do you think we see a death of diesel engines at this moment?
So if you come to petrol, before this, petrols used to come with NA engines, so naturally aspirated engines where it did not have a turbo, so less power in that case. So now the trend is like every petrol car is having a turbo. So you get more power, more efficiency, more torque. Before it was only NA. Okay. So people considered buying diesels because of the torque power and higher mileage. With the fuel cost, as you know, is very less compared to petrol.
Yes.
So that is the case, and if you come to the emission norms,
the BS6.
Pre-BS6 it was no DPF filter. So DPF filter is basically a diesel particulate filter where it controls pollution and everything, and it's less pollution actually. So in BS6 it is compulsory DPF filter for all the cars, diesel cars, and the refinement of the diesel fuel is also under continuous regularization.
So this TVS filter cannot be applied in a diesel engine?
They can be applied, but the cost of
Manufacturing.
to the car is very high. So people
There'll be huge variations.
Yeah,
There'll be huge variation with petrol and diesel if they launch both at the same time.
exactly. So the manufacturers.
So it's the government who's killing the engines.
So basically, the government is killing diesel engines, and major manufacturers like Toyota, which is known for diesel engines, like most of the taxis and everything, they use Toyota ETOs and everything. So even Toyota has decided to drop diesel engines.
Oh, with the new Innova, there's no diesel engine. Oh my god, even Toyota.
Fortuners don't have diesel engine now.
Oh god.
Innovas don't have diesel engine.
Such big cars and they don't have a powerful engine.
Yeah,
I mean, they're not powerful, but not diesel. Then you have that diesel feeling.
Yeah, the diesel torque feeling you have.
I mean, I remember the I-20s, the back in the day, probably before 2010s, I believe. The I-20s or the Swift, which were in diesel engine, were much more powerful than what the current counterparts of petrol engines are. So definitely there was some pollution factor and regularization factor in that scenario, but yeah, they were powerful enough for that particular purpose. So yeah, it's hard to see diesels die at the moment. So coming to, you have a diesel car.
Yeah, I have a 1.5 diesel.
You have 1.5. Which version is this? Which year?
This is 2015 Polo 1.5 TDI.
Okay.
It was launched in 2015 itself. So until pre-2015, we were having the 1.6 diesels, the 1.2 diesels, the 1.2 MPIs, and the 1.6 NA engines. So in 2015, the famous 1.5 engine was launched, and
were there petrol counterparts back then?
yeah, the 1.2 was petrol, MPI petrol. It had 1.2 MPI, 1.2 TDI, 1.6 MPI engine, 1.6 TDI. And after 2015, we had the GT, the famous GT, which came in 1.2 DSG, 7-speed automatic DSG engine. And
was that the DQ250?
It was DQ200.
200 drive.
The infamous problem causing DSG, where it had a lot of reliability issues because of the Indian conditions. Basically, in the Europe, it did not have any failures of such sort.
So they did not manufacture it according to Indian rules, which they did, which they claim right now with the Virtus and the Taiwan, where the MQ 2.0 platform that they built was specifically for the Indian consumers, Indian manufacturers. Yes, I've heard the story from Volkswagen.
So after 2017 or 18, the DQ200 was stopped in production, and the TC torque converter gearbox was launched, which is equally powerful to the DSG, but the DSG
has its advantages. Yes.
So because of the tri-class system in the DSG DQ200 also, it caused a lot of problems. If you see the Jetta and the Passat, it came with a 2-liter engine.
Yes.
DQ, it had a wetland system. So those never had any problems compared to the one with the Polo.
Yeah, that's why we see so many Passats still in good conditions. The way it looks, they still look good.
So what do you prefer, Volkswagen or Hyundai?
See, I at a point of time, I think 1 year ago, I liked N-Line. The N-Line, the way it looks, the features it had, the muffler, etc. But yeah, dwelling behind the history and driving your Polo, I've swerved a little bit towards the German side.
Because the driving dynamics, the stability.
Exactly.
Compared over the Hyundais, where
steering feedback, to be honest, it felt different. I've driven an I-20, but the steering feedback is definitely a lot better in
the steerings are very light and on high speeds they are not reliable compared to the Volkswagen steerings, which get hard at high speeds.
Yes.
And you get a sense of confidence while driving them. So
it is definitely a very well built car, and I hope It's definitely not possible with the kind of launches that they're making and the kind of improvements that they're making with the current Virtus and Tiger lines. But I hope they bring a Polo. Please go for a premium of 15 lakhs, Langado, but I hope they bring a Polo back.
Even though the Polo was a famous car back then before it was discontinued last year, the sale numbers were not staying the same.
Yeah.
So what lacked is the service costs.
I think they improved, right?
They improved with the 2.0 strategy, but before that, the service costs and the service center
Reliability as well.
they were not up to the mark. And
I think 2021 say and 2022 after COVID era, the Volkswagen service has improved. I've heard the reviews as well. It was not as bad as it used to be. Like
they launched SVP packages, service value packages, where the service cost of the packages have the yearly maintenance have come down a lot, like 2,000-3,000, and they're doing a good work now.
Good for us. Good for us. At least let's maybe in the same scenario they might at least launch a limited edition Polo as well.
They won't be launching a Polo because in the Europe market they have the Polo with more than 4 meters sub length.
Yeah.
But to launch that in India, it should be under 4 meters because the taxation laws. So if it is under 4 meters, you get one taxation cost, and after 4 meters, it is more. Yeah. So for example, if you get a Polo under 4 meters for 10 lakhs, it will be almost 15 lakhs with after the 4 meter if it is longer.
15 lakhs for a hatchback is not exactly. Indian consumer would not go for.
That is the reason why it is discontinued.
That's what
I think.
Yeah.
But they even launched the GTI, where only it is a CPU unit. Only 19 of the units were sold.
CPU unit. Okay.
So these are made from outside and imported directly into the car itself completely.
I heard only 99 of them are
of them were launched in India and they were sold. So it is actually a 2-liter engine.
All 99 are 2-liter engines.
All 99 were 2-liter engines and 2-door.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I've seen only one until in my whole life. I've only seen one
white color one.
Yeah, I was near my house and it was being driven by a old guy, which was very sad to see, and is not utilizing the power output that the car gives. Oh my god, the stock muffler is just too damn fucking good.
Yeah, if you go with the stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, then it is completely bonkers with it, the power which it produces. A simple stage 1 will give you a lot of power for these roads. And also the fuel economy increases with the ECU map. So what people think is if you modify the ECU or go for a remap, the fuel economy takes a hit. The reason for that is for stage 1 you will get exhaust because it requires exhaust. And just for show off, you will be revving the engines, getting exactly. You take popcorn bangers and everything. So because of
that's what makes your efficiency go. Yeah, that's
but not the car. If you drive it like a same man, it will.
Very popular mythbuster that people needs to be. They need to be told that it's not because of the tuning. It's because of the way you fucking rev your car.
Your engines.
Exactly. People. Yeah.
With the normal shifts, it is just like any other car, even more economy.
Yes. Yeah. So what's your okay? Let's just think that you don't have a Polo. Let's keep Polo out of the equation. And then what is your most preferred car that you would want to drive? A dream car, if you may. That you would want to buy in the next 5 years or a 3-year time period, that would be you could give me in 2 ways. Give me a normal segment car, give me a premium, and give me an ultra premium segment car. What would yours be? I'll give you mine after this.
So in the next 3 to 5 years, if you consider, I'll be going with the Virtus GT.
Okay.
Top line GT manual, which was launched this
month. Manual.
Manual, yeah.
You want to drive a manual in these Hyderabad roads?
I'll be okay with it. I'll take all the leg pains and all the hassle with it. But the GT manual is what everyone wanted, and kudos to Volkswagen where they launched the manual version.
Was there no GT manual ever in India with Volkswagen? With Polo?
The 1.6 TDI engine had a DSG, and it had a it did not have a DSG. It was a manual.
Okay, that was pre 2015.
Yeah, pre 2015 it had a manual. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on this. It was a manual, I think, which was a GT TDI. But after that, there was no diesel engine mapped to automatic. So I think this is somewhere where the DSG has a manual also, and it was launched last month, and maybe that will be my preference in the next 3 to 5 years.
Okay.
Top line GT manual.
GT manual. In premium cars.
Premium will be the recently launched M2. I really like it. But
The manual M2.
the manual M2, the last of the IC engine, rear wheel drive.
Yeah, rear wheel drive. Exactly.
drive,
Yeah.
so-
I've seen a lot of front wheel, all wheel drives. Yes.
So the rear wheel drive is completely different. The way you take off
Yeah.
right from a launch, if you launch it, you
The lift.
literally feel the front
Lifting up. Yes.
lifting up.
Lift.
And,
Take off.
and
If you like.
also drifts with it. Rear
Yeah.
wheel drive drifts. So M2 maybe probably an M2. And if you go in the highest segment, 911 GT3,
Yeah.
we've been drooling about it since a long time. Maybe it will the GT3 with the inline six.
Porsche is such a dream car for almost every car enthusiast. I mean, you could buy a Lambo, you could buy the Italian counterparts at the same price range. You could go for the Ferrari, or you could go for some Koenigsegg, or not Koenigsegg maybe, but you could go for something similar to that. But I don't know, the Porsche cult, if you may, it's very vibrant all over the world, not just in India. Which is very fascinating to me, like how people are very interested in just a very cute looking. It's a very cute looking car. It's
Compact but a complete hooligan race car.
Exactly.
If you can call it.
Ferrari looks like it's a Lamborghini looks like a beast. Ferrari looks like it's built to be on track. But Porsche is a mix of, it's a track car,
Sleeper.
it's a city car,
Sleeper.
it's a family car. It's an all-rounder that Porsche has done with the design itself. Back in the Carrera days, 90s I believe. Since
The
then,
design don't look outdated even now.
exactly. They follow the same thing. They just probably tweaked it a little bit. Even the headlights look kind of similar to.
Signature headlights.
Exactly. That's it's truly good.
So firstly, German.
Exactly.
Secondly, of the smooth shifting PDK gearbox which it has.
PDK, yes.
PDK automatic gearbox which it has.
I've seen a video where this guy is shifting his gear in just 1 second. The gear shifts
From 6 to 2.
6 to 2 in just like a second, which is bonkers, I would say.
And the car also
And stays very stable with that.
You're in 90 speed, 100, 110 speed, and you're in second gear and shifting so fast.
Yeah.
And the smooth shifting is on another level. So
It is too good of an engineering that I don't think anybody could replicate that.
I hope they come into F1 again.
So, why do you think? See, my personal belief is that the current 2023 Hyundai, which is launched, which has been widely criticized as the worst looking Hyundai Verna or the Hyundai car ever. I think
you mean the Verna or the Y20? Because both of them are ugly as fuck.
I would say, yeah, the i20 is okay, it's fine.
It's fucking strong looking car. Ask.
Why definitely. Come on, but it has good features. Okay, it has bad design, but it has good features, I would say.
What features like wireless charger, air purifier? It is what you call features.
Yeah, fair enough. Let's see. I want to talk about that 2023, but no. See, the whole reason I think
Actually, we paid for Y20.
See, the whole reason I do not support the fact that it is a very bad car is because Look at the global consumer level. I was in Singapore a few weeks ago, and I've seen a lot of product over there. I think it is one of the most how Maruti is for us. I think Hyundai is for them, I believe. So I've seen a lot of Hyundais and a lot of versions of Hyundai cars as well. And Verna, I believe, is not for the mass market, not for the world market, but Verna, I just believe, only for
I don't think Verna is a global.
exactly. I think it's only for India, I believe. Yeah. So Singapore had a lot of Hyundai Avante and Hyundai Elantra.
Hyundai we also have in
Yeah, yes. But it is very widely available in Singapore. And all the new cars over there are looking exactly like the current Verna in India looks like.
You mean the front?
Exactly, yeah. The lights, yes. See, it's just that I think the Indian consumers are not used to the new design factors. We generally, personally, as humans, Indians, we're not used to change.
It's just like Hyundai. I don't think the Hyundai is over there.
I agree, but
Basically, you have the blades down. I think.
yes, I agree. But again, see, it's a futuristic looking car. They're trying to adapt to what 2030 is going to look like. And that's how they brought the design of the car. And I think it slowly coming back. Slowly, okay, it's like okay, it's not really that bad of a car. It doesn't deserve the kind of hate that it's getting right now. But I would say,
But if you have an option like what is so in case you buy Verna,
yeah,
the first thing you do is you select Pakistan. Then you buy a Lotus. And that is the only suggestion I give.
yeah. See, why so hate with the Brilliant counterparts? I mean, they have given a mass market car more than what the German counterpart did for the Indian consumers. The Koreans have, I think, I don't know if it is the second biggest after. I think we have a good partnership with some trade agreement with the Indian government, the Korean government. That's the reason why the Hyundais are available so cheap and static. That's probably one of the reasons. But why you as personally would
So if I have an option for German car maker, then compared to a Korean car maker, I'll obviously go for a German, even if I have to pay a premium for it. But the driving feel and everything, I'll be getting best in a German car. Also, the build quality, and I'm not a guy who goes for features and everything. So the dynamics of a car is usually I look into. So it will always be a German counterpart of a Korean's. And also, I would like the design compared to what's always go for roads.
I agree. The Vertiz has done a very good, better design. The way it looks from behind rather than the front. Although the front has not much changed in the previous Volkswagen generations. It's slightly been tweaked. But the side profile looks amazing. If we lower the car a little bit, I don't like the horizontal.
Because the front is lower and it gives you more stability and
It does, definitely. I agree with the part. But if it is leveled like how the previous cars used to be, I think that would be much bigger. But again, you can definitely manually do it, which is one good thing. It's a German car. So it is customizable to a extreme extent.
you can get every retrofit there is for every platform. Those you can get cruise control added to it, you can get automatic headlights added to it. Even cruise control from the box, you can get it in under 10k added to it.
Wow.
You can get it retrofit, you can get the Passat travel lights in 4x4.
Okay.
You can get electrically adjustable seats, which are there in the Super. You can add it to the Polo itself.
So glad.
Yeah, what you can do. And got anti-theft system also, like when you jack up the car, you can add that module also. There's a lot of customization you can do to a German car because as you also have the foreign counterparts and it is built on the same platform. So the customization is good. It builds the driving feel. So yeah, the German counterpart is always a better option.
I agree.
The back of the Verna is good compared to the front. The front is ugly as well. The back is okay. okay with it, but the 820 is the completely again. The front is okay. I think the front is okay, but the back design is I don't like this.
I think even a steering as well, if you look at it, it has a two-spoke steering rather than a conventional three-spoke wheel.
Yeah.
Every other car, not just the German part, almost every car has a three-spoke currently. This two-spoke does not feel like, if it is reverse or if it is straight, it doesn't give that muscle memory is lost in the new one now. But yeah, and what is your opinion on the Verna has this? What is your opinion on this touch control buttons rather than conventional buttons on a car?
See, coming to the reliability issue, the touch buttons can go off anytime, and replacing them will cost you a lot of money. And also, the emotional feeling of manual button press is completely different when compared to a touch button. In the waters and everything, Volkswagen counterparts, they are giving us not completely touch but touch adaptive, like how we have the iPhone screen, the touch buttons. So you get haptic feedback when you touch those buttons. Okay. So it is coming over in the word. It's not completely touch, but when you touch on it, you get a haptic feedback and feel. So I prefer that over completely touch.
Same, I would go with the same. I will touch always works. So buttons always work because ultimately it's about the muscle memory as well. You're driving and sometimes you want to turn off the AC or you want to
even the AC controls there, but
exactly, even the AC controls are you have to slide the button if you're getting but if it is a button, you can just do it with your hands, which is more compatible than a touchscreen one.
In BMWs, we have the gestures as
It's so fucking cool.
It's completely different gear itself.
Yeah, I mean, they've got the money and you're here, so they can make such systems. This is definitely cool. So, I want to talk about the recent things that happened in Hyderabad. We had a very big automotive event.
And I don't have
Speed Fest, yes. And some ideas we were talking about Formula 8. No, it is such a failure event. Although it's the prosperous thing that happened to Hyderabad, but the management was very bad. There was no water, food was bad, there was no water in the grandstand, although they paid some premium of 4,000, 5,000 per ticket. Water was not available for everybody, and it was in the hot summer. We were right beside Hussain Sagar Lake, and there were many reviews where the event management was very bad. And the track was not that interesting as well. There weren't much overtaking corners again. But again, it's a Formula E car, so we won't expect anything much. But yeah,
it's the start, so maybe later on
definitely. But it's a good thing that after 2013, both international Formula 1 race, the next Formula 1 race was in Hyderabad, which is one of the prestigious things I would say for this state. But they failed in the traffic management as well. So let's talk about the most successful event that happened recently, the Speed Fest. Go on, just tell us what it was, what about who all participated and what happened in that. Why did we conduct that?
So it was a 2-day fest conducted in Hyderabad. So from all over India, great cars were there. It was actually a good event, but most of the races were cut short in the day too, which I've heard. I'm not sure. Some of the races, the main races, to place the tag races took place. We even had a 9-second quarter mile with the white child.
Yeah.
So
Fastest GTR,
yeah. So that was great, and we also had many people who attended from Backmaster, famous VRS 600 was there. It was great. I wanted to attend it, but it was impossible for me. Should have attended it.
I had no fucking clue that such event was happening. I only saw it on reels and I'm like, okay, something like this happens in Hyderabad. It's closer as well. So it happened at the Narsinghi TSPA junction.
Service road, I think.
Yeah, Service road. State junction. It's a beautiful road, beautiful scenery. and they executed it perfectly. The one interesting thing about that particular event that I saw on news was, I think there was a Maruti Zen or something, which was a custom tune. I don't know what tune they did, but there was the Zen participated in the event, although it lost to a Polo. That was something, there's no extent that a car enthusiast can go in, it doesn't beat a Maruti.
I've seen some crazy modifications on a Zen.
Yeah.
There was one reel where I saw one Zen modified in Bangalore. It was a crazy car. The exhaust mode was crazy as well.
Well, it was pretty bad. I think
Still, whatever it is, the management was not great.
again, yeah, see, first time event, you learn from your mistakes to work. I think if we ever have a Formula E in the next season, I think we're gonna have good management as well. It is, you learn from your mistake, but the initiation is what's important. For an overpopulous country like ours, such problems do exist. I mean, we had problems during the Formula 1 time. There were dogs on the circuit while they were during pre-practice and during the qualifying sessions. There were dogs on the circuit. Yeah, that all happened. So,
I think we had a Formula team, Saab, right?
yeah, Sharaf, Sports India, Sports India was the one that participated. Okay. It was okay team. I think Vijay Mallya bought it again. He was involved for a while. Then Renault bought it from Vijay Mallya. Then Aston Martin bought Renault Formula 1 team, and now currently it is Aston Martin. So what was Vijay Mallya's car was the current Aston Martin, which allows us to try right now. But yeah, the 2013 was a very prestigious race for us. It was a prestigious race leading for Sebastian Vettel as well. Did you know? 2013 Indian Grand Prix was the race which sealed his world championship for the second time. So he won that race and he became a world champion for that particular season. So that is one of the things that maybe in his memory as an Indian thing, and for us as a Sebastian fan, he won that race with that particular with Team India, which is one of it. There's a great shot of right after the race. He stops there, he's on the track, and he gets down the car. And he bows down in front of the yeah, such a famous picture. It's amazing what happened that day. People who witnessed it, I think, too generally, we can never experience such a masterpiece like that. We have a MotoGP coming up this year. Yeah. Not an Hyderabad. It's the same for the international circuit. It is confirmed. The tickets are out on Book My Show. The registrations are on the plan. And yeah, we have a MotoGP coming up. The MotoGP Indian Grand Prix is coming, which is a good thing.
Like how we have Max Verstappen, we have
Rossi.
he retired. It is Marcus. Marcus.
Okay.
So he's similar to his young champion. He's a 6-time world champion. Don't quote me on this. I think he's a 6-time world champion, and I guess he'll be breaking Rossi's record, which is 8 times. I guess.
So he's currently leading everywhere.
I think this season he isn't been leading. It's been leading by someone else, I'm not sure.
We have a race. I think India is again getting back into the racing culture. I think it's good for us. We might probably, with good money, good management, we might see a Formula 1.
The car culture in India has been growing rapidly these couple of years. So, to continue to see.
Exactly. Well, on that note, let us end it. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Peace out.